to do. You see that with chemotherapy for cancer. They give a treatment because there's nothing else. They don't know what else to do. In fact, I have a lot of other things that I could offer them, nutrition and vitamins and alternative treatments to the conventional medicine, but sometimes even I don't have anything, and I don't want to give people treatment that may be dangerous just because I don't know what to do.
How do you get patients, all of you, off the medications, particularly the benzodiazepines, which I gather actually grow new neuroreceptors if you've had them for any length of time?
It's very, very hard. Very difficult.
You have to be very vigorous with therapy if you can get them off with high doses, I think, that help of vitamin C, niacin, vitamin B6, magnesium in particular, and other things that help anxiety. If they can get out and exercise, it really relieves a lot. So I think that's putting a combination program together is more important than any one thing that you consider like a magic bullet.
Many of the psychiatrists I addressed at that convention thing in Nebraska who didn't expect what I was going to say, and I've learned so much more now than I would have had, were coming up and asking me questions which sort of shocked me, like, how did you find out that Depakote tries to mimic the effects of GABA and cerebrospinal fluid? And I had to go, it's written on the package.
I would read one page and I kept reading the same page over and over and nothing would sink in, and so at that point I thought, well, I'm just unmotivated, I'm just a lazy, there's something wrong with me, I should go for a run and then maybe I could memorize my page better. And then I just started getting more and more depressed, so I started taking wake-up pills because I thought, well, I don't have any energy, so I need some caffeine. So I started taking 4 wake-up pills a day, and each wake-up pill is equal to 35 cups of coffee. Woo! And I still couldn't get up. I guess the caffeine finally hit me because after I graduated, I ran out into the field and I was running all over the place. A week later, I was in the hospital and they drugged me up totally. So I was flat out for, I have no recollection of the time.
With nutritional deficiency and a real blood sugar problem, it's very, very easy to go into mental illness. So what we tend to see is people are malnourished, they start using stimulants. Because they use stimulants, they can't sleep at night, so they start having alcohol. Because they have alcohol, they get depressed. Because they're depressed, they get put on some medication to bring them up. Because of that, they get more anxious. Because of that, something to bring them down. And before long, you got a mental health problem, you're diagnosed with schizophrenia.
If you were to come to me with the symptoms of schizophrenia, or the symptoms of bipolar psychosis, or anxiety, it doesn't matter what it is, first question I have is, why? Do you have food allergies? Food allergies. So they are really cerebral allergies who are masquerading as if they were schizophrenic or manic depressed. Allergies. B3 dependency, B3 deficiency, pyridoxine dependency, zinc deficiency, excess copper. There are a whole variety of things that will mimic what we see as the final syndromes.
And I noticed this when he was in hospital long before I became a nutritionalist, and I'd say, hey, his stomach is all upset here. He's having digestive problems and he's got sore throats all the time, and like there's something going on here. It seems to be connected with his mental state.
I've seen a large number of schizophrenic patients who were cured when they stopped drinking milk. Most people don't look upon milk as a hallucinogen, but if you are allergic to it, in many people you get a kind of a brain allergy which makes you psychotic. So food allergies are a major part of it. Milk, wheat, eggs, things like that.
I stopped talking to people for days. I was on kind of a high. I felt totally euphoric, and I thought people were crying tears of joy every time they saw me because I was, and the things I imagined they were saying about me was, look at him, he's 21 and he's got the maturity of 70 years of age. Tears of joy running down